afternoon. I just wanted to make a quick announcement to ask that everyone would please turn off cell phones, pagers, anything that would be an interruption during the ceremony. We will now have our invocation by Ms. Marshall.
Good evening. We bow our heads for a moment of prayer. Father God, I thank you for this day, God. God, I thank you for every family that's represented here today, God. God, I thank you that you blessed us with this moment, God. God, give us the courage, the knowledge, God. Thank you for every family that's represented here. Thank you for the things that people had to suffer to go through. And I thank you for that, God. Every family is represented here. God, I ask you to break every mindset here, God. God, I thank you for this day, God. Thank you for Albany Tech and the nursing instructors, God, that they were led the way for us, God, as we walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Thank you. Amen.
Good afternoon, Dr. Parker, Dean Stevens, Ms. Darity, faculty, family, community, friends, and most importantly, the Spring 2021 Capping and Pinning candidates. It is our honor to welcome you to the 2021 Spring Practical Nursing Capping and Pinning Ceremony. Today, I have the honor to welcome you both on the campus and virtual audience. Thank you for taking the time to support the candidates as some receive their nursing caps and others their nursing pins. Welcome.
Good afternoon. The pinning ceremony is a rite of passage for newly graduated nursing students and a way to recognize and award our accomplishments. We join to celebrate with family and friends in attendance with faculty members present, each student with a special nursing pin. This tradition serves to welcome each student into the brotherhood and the sisterhood of nursing. Completing this program requires dedication, perseverance, and natural talent. A nursing pinning honors and celebrates the graduating tenacity and deep passion for helping others. Not all nursing schools hold pinning ceremonies, yet this event is often more meaningful for students than their college commencements. This ceremony dates back to the 1860s with Florence Nightingale. She would present a Medal of Excellence to her hardworking nursing students upon graduating. Today's pinning ceremony continues this tradition. At the end of this ceremony, we will recite the Nightingale Pledge, signaling our initiation into the nursing profession. Thank you for celebrating with us. Now we will have a selection by Ms. Connie Leggett.
Good afternoon. Congratulations to all of you. As I was considering what to do this afternoon, the one song that stayed with me is that you'll never walk alone. You've been guided to this point. Wherever you go, wherever your paths lead, you'll never walk alone. When you walk through a storm. Hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and bowed. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Congratulations.
Anita Edinfield is originally from Florence, Alabama. She started as a nursing aide in labor and delivery unit. She then went on and became an LPN at Valdosta Technical School. She then moved to Albany, Georgia, and attended Albany Junior College to obtain her associate's degree in nursing. Miss Edenfield became a member of the ATC Practical Nursing Program in 2013, where she worked until retiring in 2020. Miss Anita Edinfield has a desire to teach, motivate, and inspire others. At this time, I would like to introduce Miss Anita Edinfield.
Hello, y'all. Hopefully I'm not going to break down on you guys because it's like going away. I don't want to go away. Okay, let's see. Let me get my glasses on and open up what I was going to do. First of all, I want to thank, good afternoon, and I want to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to speak today. It's actually my bucket list. My bucket list left. But anyway, it's something I wanted to do, and now y'all have allowed me to check off part of my bucket list. First of all, we want to say you guys are here because you went for a goal, and guess what? You made it. 18 months of sweat, energy, pain, and instructors. But you made it. So congratulations to you. And I want you now, everyone, to give hands to you, your family, your friends, everyone that got you through. Let's give you all a big hand. Let me see where we're at here. We'll keep jumping. Oh, well. Okay, so what I'm doing is sort of giving my story. So it's going to be an easy speech. I love talking about it. But it's my story of how I started off and how I ended up where you'll see my last pictures. You'll love them. I do, anyway. Okay, I started off in a family of 9 children. 9 children. 3 older brothers, 5 younger sisters, and I was right there in the middle. So it's popping. I'm not touching. But anyway, and my mom and dad was married 23 years and decided to break up, okay? So that left 8 children and my mom there. And guess who was second mom? My siblings, I was not the popular one in the family. Because, you got to do your homework. You got to help me do this. They didn't like that too much at all. But anyway, I got through it. But all of a sudden, I was in high school, and I was thinking about it the other day, and if I get back to where I'm supposed to be here, let's see, here we go. I think I will now. It's just not popping. Okay, but I was a terribly extreme introvert. I was shy. I couldn't talk to anyone. In 9th and 10th grade, I didn't talk to one person. Not one person. I went Christmas break, and I said, today's it. I'm going to talk to somebody. I didn't. For 9th and 10th grade, didn't speak to anybody. I was so shy and so scared and thought I wasn't worth it. Well, then in 11th grade, I got a speech class. Now, I didn't sign up for that speech class because I'm not going to talk to people. I'm not. So somehow I got signed up for that speech class. Now, listen, a lot of this is God sent. I'm telling you, I was blessed from a lot of these things. But I started a speech class, and I had this crazy angel from God. Her name was Marcia McCrae. Everybody's got their mentor. She was my mentor. She took me under her wings. She let me do oral interpretation competitions. I was in plays. I was in the drama club. I actually was talking to people. It was wonderful. I thought I was somebody. Well, that was really great, except that with 9 children, who's going to college, I'm out of high school. It was wonderful. I graduated with honors, and I just had a great time. But then with 9 children and no money, I didn't think I'd get to go to college, but I got to go to college. My mom funded me with her women's association, and I went to college. Well, I went to college. I was in my English class. Oh, my gosh. Guess who didn't know how to talk? Did not know how to talk. All right. Did not have a great background. However, I went to my instructor, my second English class, and I said, help me. I got to get out of this class. I got to. She says, oh, no. And I said, what? She says, leave college. You are not college material. Oh, my gosh. Guess who came back? The one above that one. I was back. I thought I had no way of doing anything. Use the word stupid. I had no sense. I can't do this. So I couldn't tell my mom because my mom was getting somebody to pay for me to go to college. So what I do, the shy, crazy person, I go to the park every day. And I end up with I won't even say the number of the GPA that I ended up with. So I thought I had disappointed everyone. So then I had to go get a job. So next, Dairy Queen. I got a job at Dairy Queen. Oh, I felt like, well, I've disappointed myself. I disappointed everybody, but I got to work because my mom still got young kids at home and I got to work. This is a blessing, a wonderful blessing. I had 5 sisters and every single one of us worked at Dairy Queen, helping Mom during that time. It was the right time, the right thing. But of course, I was still feeling pretty down and out and thought I was nothing. So next, what I do? I meet a man. Oh, yay! And I thought I was in heaven, and I said, okay. He said, I love you. And I said, wow. So I married him. Well, I told my students, and I'll tell you guys now, what I married the worst of the worst. I'm sorry, I did. But anyway, it went through, and that, nobody wanted me to marry him, but I did, and we did that. Well, there were so many ups and downs, and I was there with him, and I was living with Mom, and it was not a real good marriage, okay? But one of the times that I was with Mom, I decided to go to a CNA class. Why? I didn't want to be a nurse. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to go to 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade, take those little girls and boys and do what Miss McCrae did to me. Bring them up. Tell them they're worth it. Say, go for it. But I decided to take the CNA class. I don't know why. I believe it's God's work. But anyway, I took it, and my husband came back and said, please come. And of course I did. And I didn't get to take the last 2 weeks. And that CNA instructor said, hey, call me when you come back. She knew I was coming back. So I came back, and you know what? I got a job in labor and delivery as a CNA. Now, guys, some of you are going to hate labor and delivery, and some of you are going to love it. But that first delivery, I went, whoa, this is what I like. It was gross. It was great. It was amazing. And I said, this is what I like. So that's put me on this road. Okay, so I did this, and the manager at L&D said, you're going to be a nurse. You need to be a nurse. I said, but I want to do that for those kids. So anyway, I went away, came back, got divorced, and went to LPN school. In between, I had 2 kids in between that, okay? So now I'm divorced, and I'm in LPN school, and I come to Albany, Georgia. Now, Albany, Georgia had family here. This is the first job I got as an LPN. Let me tell you what, I walked in, Phoebe Putney, in HR. I will never forget this. And I didn't sell myself. I didn't have to say anything. They took me. They wanted me. They wanted me. Less than 30 minutes. They said, you got a job in L&D as an LPN. Y'all, this was amazing to me because I had worked at factories, and I worked at waitresses, and I've worked, crazy places. And I was amazed. And yes, that was the start. Now, when I was in LPN school, yes, I decided to go to RN because I hadn't had enough trauma in my life. I wanted more. So I went to RN school. And I went to school 8 to 2. I worked 3 to 11. I had 2 children. I had a babysitter, and they were in school. And this was the fun for 2.5 years, whatever it was. It was crazy and nuts, but it was worth it. Every second of it. And at the end, when I graduated, the last semester RN school, my car blew up. I had trouble at work. I didn't know how I was doing in school. I was still working all night long, so I'm studying all day long, in the early mornings. And I even got in trouble with work, and was on probation. And I'll tell you a secret I wasn't going to say out loud. I threw a Coke on somebody. Whoa! I got in trouble for that. But anyway, I learned. And it all was stress. So I'm just showing you that everybody goes through that in nursing school. It's all very, very normal. Okay, so now, let's see. Graduate. Now, school's over. I go back and start working as an RN at Phoebe in labor and delivery this time. I think I went to Valdos, then I came back. I was good at coming and going, but I was stuck with them. But anyway, so now I'm working in RN school, and everything was looking good. Kids were in school. I was happy. Things were great. Okay? Well, guess what? My mother, she gets diagnosed with ALS. You guys should know what that is, Lou Gehrig's disease. She gets put on a ventilator. She moves into my house in a hospital bed on a ventilator. Me working full-time, 2 children, 1 starting high school, and 8 brothers and sisters that say I'm crazy. Because if y'all know family, the nurse takes care of it, right? But anyway, it was an emotional, horrifying 2 years, but it was what I had to do. And it was because I was a nurse. God put me there. He didn't get Mom sick when I was in the middle of school, but I was already settled. Things were cool, and He made it work. So all this is a blessing. All these ups and downs and trials and tributes are a blessing. You grow from everything. Nursing is very rewarding, as every one of you that's ever been in the hospital knows. if you ever met the first patient that that you've done something for and you just feel good the whole day afterwards. Nursing is honesty, dedication, and sacrifice. And let me tell you a little about sacrifice. And I won't say this long because I promised I'm short and sweet. Being labor and delivery is a great job. You have moms and dads and babies, and it's just tremendously wonderful. However, sometimes it's not, and you have a baby that don't make it. You're there not for the great times and leave the bad times. You're there for the bad times too. And when mom says that she don't want to hold that baby, then you don't make her. But a day later, when she says she wants you to hold that baby, you go down to the morgue, you bring that baby back, you wrap that baby, you warm that baby, you powder that baby, and you let mama hold that baby as long as she wants. And then she may do it the next day. I have gotten to the morgue many trips. That's sacrifice, because that's not fun. But it was needed for your patient. It was needed. So that's what nursing is all about. The beauty of our career is you can grow. You can make the best LPN and stay that way, and if that makes you happy, enjoy it. You'll have a great career. But you can be an RN. You can be a physician assistant. You can be a nurse practitioner. You can become a nurse anesthetist. You can be a physician. You can keep on going. It's all out there for you guys. You just don't know how wonderful you have just put your life into. You're going to have lots and lots of opportunities. And since this hadn't been working so well, I'm going to make it go to the right part. I'm about through here. Well, maybe I'm not. Take it to the end. And this is what equals when you get through. You got the beach, you got your baby, you got it all. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Hey, good afternoon again. So today, first we want to acknowledge our capping candidates who are at the halfway point in practical nursing. Capping candidates, would you please stand and come forward? In our program, our capping candidates are capping candidates because that cap that you'll see on our graduates represents our students at the halfway point, meaning they've made it to and through just about most of the hardest struggles of the program. So we want to make sure that we acknowledge them today. And our students will be capped by Ms. Courtney Williams. Ms. Adrienne Brown. Vanzola Davis. Katana Cromartie. Tiffany Edmonds. Clara Norton. And last but not least, Ms. Shakiria Tullis. We now present to you our Spring 2021 capping recipients. Okay. Next, we will have our pending candidates for Spring 2021. Would you all rise? And go around. Yes. Of course, our pending candidates are those who have made it through the program. They've been through a lot. They have finally made it. We're at that point, and we just want to let them know we're so proud of them. And again, we will have Ms. Courtney Williams to call their names. We will have Ms. Casey Everson, who will pin them and present them with their lamps. Good afternoon. Ms. Felicia Battle. Ms. Nyariel Bennett. Ms. Valerie Hernandez. Ms. Bernice Cabiro. Miss Angela Marshall. Miss Danielle McNeil. Miss Keisha Moultrie. Miss Monica, no, I'm sorry. Miss Shanice Piles. Miss Monica Kitos. And Ms. Yulia Roach.
At this time, we will have the lighting of the candles, and they will say their pledge. Okay, if you will repeat after me, ladies. I pledge myself here. I pledge myself here. Before my God and in the presence of this assembly. Before my God and in the presence of this assembly. To practice my profession with integrity. To practice my profession with integrity. I will endeavor to maintain and elevate the standard of nursing. I will endeavor to elevate the standard of nursing, both as a science and as an art. Both as a science and as an art. I wholeheartedly recognize the importance of high standards. I wholeheartedly recognize the importance of high standards. Of care and of personal accountability. Of care and of personal accountability. I devote myself to the healing, protection, and welfare. I devote myself to the healing, protection, and welfare of those committed to my care. Of those committed to my care. I accept a duty to work. I accept a duty to work for the improvement of health. For the improvement of health in the communities in which I live and work. In the communities in which I live and work. I will hold in confidence. I will hold in confidence all personal matters. All personal matters committed to my keeping. Committed to my keeping. And will respect the privacy. And I will respect the privacy of medical information. Of medical information. I will act with compassion in ethical matters. I will act with compassion in ethical matters. I will not knowingly administer. I will not knowingly administer. Or consume any harmful substance. Or consume any harmful substance. I commit to interdisciplinary. I commit to interdisciplinary. Collaboration and lifelong learning. Collaboration and lifelong learning. I fully acknowledge. I fully acknowledge the seriousness of the responsibility. The seriousness of the responsibility that I accept in my calling. That I accept in my calling. And the significance. And the significance of this pledge that I take today. Of this pledge that I take today. Thank you.
You may be seated. Okay, at this moment, we want to do some recognitions of our students. But first, I want to make sure I recognize all those that I work with. I want to let everybody know that we have a new faculty member. Her name is Ms. Casey Everson. She has been doing some of our presentations. We also have Ms. Courtney Williams, who was here doing presentations. She does most of our med-surg teaching. We have Ms. Anita Edinfield here, who did our guest presentation speaking. She is one of our former full-time instructors who is now part-time. In absence, we have Ms. Annette Holloway. She does our fundamentals and some med-surg as well. And then again, I am Teresa Darity. I'm the program chair. Also absent right now is our shared administrative assistant, Ms. Beverly Grimsley. And I just want to make sure that I acknowledge all our faculty and those that are part of this team. Okay. I also want to give some thanks to Uniforms by Julie, who has so graciously given us rewards for our students that will be presented to today for some of their advances and some of their accomplishments in clinical, in education, and in just doing what we have asked them to do. The first award that we want to give is for excellence in clinical. What goes into us deciding who gets that award is not just somebody who is amazing, not just somebody who has the grade, but somebody who is consistent in what they do. The person who gets excellence in clinical is somebody, of course, who has no write-ups or anything, which I don't think any of this group does, so kudos. This person also arrives on time. This person does what they're asked to do. This person turns in their work on time. This person has become very proficient in their skill set. This person does a great job of self-evaluation and takes constructive criticism very well. This person also kind of hides in this group, and she's not very out in the front. But in our talking, trying to decide who would get this award for excellence in clinical, we found that she fit all of these categories. So just to go ahead and not waste everybody's time anymore on this, because I know everybody's like, those in here are like, who is it that are working, that have worked with us? Our Excellence in Clinical Award goes to Ms. Nightingale Bennett. Okay. Our next award is our Certificate of Excellence as far as academic GPA. What we looked at for this award is the person who has the highest GPA in those courses that we call nursing courses. There was a close running, but this person deserves it because she outranked in just a few points, but that just lets us know that every point counts, right? So I don't want to make it seem like nobody else is great, but again, we have to give the award. It's not an award for many. It's an award for the person who stands out the most in academia. So our Excellence in Academia Award goes to Miss Yulia Roach. And this year, we typically only have 2 awards, but we talked about it and we decided we were going to implement a third. This last award goes to the person who is most refined. Sometimes it's referred to as most improved, but in nursing, I say the person who's most refined. What we were looking at for this award was the person who has made the most progress in soft skills, and that's skills like dealing with people, again, accountability, dealing with the different situations that we see, critiquing oneself and being able to just kind of hear and give feedback as well. This person also has all of us, I think, have said she has become very amazing in her grades. Her grades have improved tremendously. She has really shown that she has tackled and understands everything that we are giving her, and I am very proud of her, as is every instructor here. And that person is Miss Angela Marshall. As we come to a close, I again just want to let everybody know how excited I am for you, how proud I am of you, and how I wish you all the best in your endeavors. I was sitting and I was thinking, and I was remembering this little sign on my grandma's bathroom door that said, "Lord, help me to accept the things I cannot change, to change those which I can," and then the serenity to know the difference, or the wisdom to know the difference. Then I was listening, and the late Kenny Rogers said, "Need to know when to hold them and when to fold them." And so as I look out at each one of you, as you all know, your classes may have been larger. There are people who did not make it. There are people who are coming up in the rear, and all these different things. And all of you have had to tackle a whole lot of stuff in your personal lives, a whole lot of stuff dealing with us, and things that I may not understand. But you've also had to differentiate between the things that you had to accept and work around, and then changing those things and taking in and getting rid of some of those things that were or weren't working for you. And I just want to let you know how proud I am of you, and I hope you take some of the lessons that you've learned with us and you use them as you progress in your life. So, with that being said, we will have our closing remarks from Dean Stevens.
Good afternoon again. Congratulations to our capping candidates. I think they've stepped out. You guys are almost there. You will be here very shortly, very soon. And to our pinning candidates, again, I just want to recognize you guys for all of your efforts, and I'm going to come back to that in just a moment. But I wanted to also recognize the Albany Technical College support staff that also assisted in making this happen this afternoon. So we've got our PR team here. They're making sure those that were not able to be in attendance could still see the ceremony. So thank you guys. Our academic technology team that is also assisting with this, and anyone else that I may have left out. Thank you guys for all of your hard work. Thank you, and I want to recognize for a moment here the family members and the support teams that help you guys get here. Where are all the families? They're over here? Okay. Thank you for all that you've done. We know that this day would not have been possible without your support. And then lastly, I just want to recognize the faculty again, Ms. Starity, Everson, Edenfield, Ms. Williams, Ms. Holloway in her absence, Ms. Powell, and Ms. Grimsley, who have helped mold each and every single one of you today. They have trained you. They have probably failed you, right? Then they remediated with you. And I was going to say then passed you, but we know that. They don't give grades, but they celebrated with you when you did pass. So thank you guys again. I know it was definitely a journey to arrive at this point, but we're here. I want to close with a poem about what being a nurse means. I'm not a nurse by trade. I'm actually a rad tech, but I work hand in hand with nurses every day in the field. Being a nurse means you will never be bored, but you will always be frustrated. You will be surrounded by challenges, so much to do, and so little time. You will carry immense responsibility and very little authority. You will step into people's lives, and you will make a difference. Some will bless you. Some will curse you. You will see people at their worst, and then you'll also see them at their best. You will never cease to be amazed at people's capacity for love, courage, and endurance. You will see life begin, and you will see it end. You will experience resounding triumphs, and then devastating failures. You will cry a lot. You will laugh a lot. You will know what it means to be human and to be humane. And that is a poem by Melody Shinnerbit and Arian. I want to close in saying thank you guys for choosing ATC. Thank you for trusting us with your education. We look forward to hearing great things about you in the field and what this profession will hold from you. And never forget, there will always be here for you. Thank you.